I'm here with Tyler today, and I'm so happy that we can finally meet today. Yeah, you're also running a 3D printing business, and you can tell me a little bit more about yourself, what you are doing, how you started with 3D printing.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been a software engineer for over a decade now, and in the last 8 years or so, I've had a passion for 3D printing. Started with the printers that didn't print so well. Maybe I got one good print every few weeks out of it, with lots of tinkering. Um, and my passion for 3D printing grew alongside my software engineering career and passion. And so I don't know, 4 years ago, I started a 3D printing company where we just did some designs, sold them on Etsy. It ended up doing very well, and we were able to grow a print farm out of it. And then I was asking myself a few years ago, how I could use my software engineering skills and combine them with 3D printing. And there's all sorts of different ways. But where I was in my business, as well as in my career, the best way seemed like um, to make my print farm available for other people. So I created Printy, spun that off of my old business, Brainfish Creations, and now we are an integrated print on demand service. And what that means is you can connect your e-commerce shop, whatever it is, to our service. When you do that, your orders come directly from your service, whether it's Etsy, TikTok, Walmart, Amazon, whatever it is. It comes directly into our platform, and we can print, pack, and ship your orders. And assembly, really. We do a lot of assembly for our customers as well. I got to combine all of that experience into a single business, and now I get to see some of the amazing designs of designers like you come off my build plates, and I get to pack them up and have a good time.
Really interesting. And this business model is also very good. Are you working by yourself right now, or you have some employees?
So I started off by myself, but then when orders started picking up a lot for me, this is part of what grew the Printy business. Is I realized I can't do this by myself. I'm spending 80%, 90% of my time printing, packing, shipping, fixing printers, finding the right boxes, getting packaging materials, like optimizing all of these things, and I wasn't even spending time designing anymore. So I recruited a friend of mine, who's my co-founder now on Printy. So he and I started picking up on things as it continued to grow. Both of us said we don't want to do all the packing and printing and fixing printers all the time. So we hired somebody to do that side of things. So now I function as like the CEO, CTO of the business, and he would be the COO. So he's in charge of operations, keeping things optimized and efficient on that side of things. With my current business, I mean, we're still pretty new, right? Like I started from nothing on the print on demand side, and we've grown it to where it's at now. I'm pretty happy with where we're at. We're making around 20K a month in revenue, and it's enough to sustain the business and allow us time and room to grow.
That's something, man. Because I right now I am making around 10K per month, and I am mainly selling just LED signs, luxury LED signs, 3D printed everything, of course. And I'm at this part of transition right now to get full-time employees. because I have friends who help me right now when I have too much orders. I outsource
Yeah.
someone. I have a guy who helps me with mounting and assembling the signs at the client space, and one guy who is also helping me with the marketing. But my wish is to employ someone for the full time, and I need some more,
Yeah.
little bit more budget just to stay safe. And it's so nice to hear that you already managed to have people working full time together with you. Like, how was for you this transition to have someone that can work for full time with you?
So we honestly we were in a very unique position that allowed us to like slowly onboard somebody to full time. Because my co-founder, he owned his own business that he was working for, and his cousin basically did all of his printing. He prints U.S. labels. Their business is U.S. labels.
Okay.
So he was doing 2D printing for a long time, and he had his cousin working for him. His cousin had some downtime during that time, so we ended up just saying, "Hey, do you want to make a couple? You want to do like 3 hours a week of like printing and packing and shipping?" And he was all for it, for making a little bit more money. So we started him off that way, and then eventually he scaled up to full time, where now he's 40 hours, and I'm hiring some other people to handle some of the other work. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely a slow process. It takes time. So I think it sounds like you're right there. You're like right about to turn the corner to where you can like work for yourself, and that's a great feeling. I really hope it works out for you.
Yeah, thanks. I think I need some more budget just to safely have someone as a full-time employee, because right now I have enough money for the next 2 months that I know I will survive, and but in those 2 months I need to get orders, for the LED signs, because this is, I get usually one-time purchase, and then I need to find new client, and then my clients usually order like every year or every 2 years when something break on an LED sign, or if they change the logo, then they need me again, right? But then I need to find new clients for every project, and this is a bit tough. This is also why I am searching for some solutions to have some products that I can sell to physical persons, that I can make on stock and sell them a lot, just to have some monthly income that I will be able to predict. And I am also interested, or I want to know your first orders. Can you remember how was it like to get your first order?
My first order when we were selling our 3D printed designs, or when we moved into Printy.
Oh yeah, first you were in designs, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You can tell me about both.
Okay, and then you got to tell me about yours.
Okay.
So, yeah, my first orders. So, our business was in the USPS space. So USPS, like mail carriers in the US. Um, so they had a unique issue where they still do, where they drive really really old vehicles that are like gutted. And when I say gutted, it's like if you've ever driven a go-kart, that's basically what they drive, but with a box around it. So they don't have any cup holders, or they didn't for a long time. They didn't have any like just things to hold their stuff. They ended up like juggling things around in their car. My mother-in-law is actually a mail carrier, and she's like, "Hey, can you make something for us? Like this is really annoying. I can't put my drink anywhere." So I was like, "Yeah, I think I can do that." And I had never really like done 3D modeling before. I just had to figure it out. But I was able to figure it out, and so long story short, I came up with that, and then I put it on Etsy, and she told her whole department, and they all ordered from me. And then that's how it kept happening, is like somebody would discover it online, then their whole department would order, trays from us, or cup holders and things like that. And then that just happened over and over and over and over, and we sold thousands, like definitely nearing 10,000 across the U.S. Um, so yeah, so my that was like my first order was insane, and it was followed by a lot of orders, and I had no idea what to do. I was like, I had one printer at the time. I'm trying to keep up with inventory. I can print one every 8 hours. I'm like, holy crap. And then when I hired, actually, this is really funny.
That's a nice problem.
Yeah, it's a great problem. My wife was even telling me, she's like, you gotta sell out. Like, you gotta take the listing down. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna take the listing down. Like, this is what's gonna fund my next printer. So I didn't take it down, and we ended up, when I hired my partner's cousin, we had 100 orders in like that we had to fulfill, that were just like sitting there on Etsy. So I think at the time I had like between a month and 2 months of processing time on Etsy. So I had plenty of time to like get ahead. And then finally, after all of that, we were able to get enough printers to just wipe it all out. So now our Etsy stays at zero. I don't really manage it much anymore. I just, like, if I get orders, I'll fulfill them. I'm a printing business. I might as well. But yeah, that's how it can go if your product hits. But you can also have a product that's really hard to sell, like what you're saying. Like, it's not hard for you to sell it, but you have to find somebody each time you want to sell it. So some products take a lot of work, and sometimes you get lucky, like I did, is all I would call it. But yeah, and then Printy was a little different. It's a lot like you. I have to find and reach out to people to find customers. And because it's business to business, it's challenging. Like, the whole sales cycle is a lot longer, because that means somebody has to go from printing and packing and shipping their own stuff to having us do it, which means they have to onboard, and we have to develop trust. We have to show, like, hey, we can have the same quality as you. We can do the same assembly as you. And once we, show what we're able to do, which we've done for, dozens of different customers, we're able to, onboard them, and then typically they never go back. It usually ends up going the other way, because it's, printing, packing, and shipping is not really growing your business, right? It's like it's managing your business, and there's those are two different things. Anyways, I've talked way too much. Tell me about you. Tell me about your first sale.
So, I was in college. I left the college after half year, and I started with vocational college, and this allowed me to have some more time. And in the middle school, I was working on one very interesting project, which was an electric catamaran, 5 meters boat, which I designed and also built by myself with the help of my friends. Electric propulsion, very interesting boat. And when I was working on this project, I ran out of money. So I needed to find some sponsors or someone who will give me money. And this is why I searched for a lot of local companies. And I also get in touch in some directors, CEOs of local companies. So I had a lot of connections, and a lot of them also gave me some money, materials, and things like this, that I was able to finish this boat. It was around 30k euros of material for this to finish.
Yeah.
And so I had connections with the companies, with the local companies. And then I at this time I had Ender 3 Pro, and my friend um, decided to renovate his apartment, and they built holes in the wall because they wanted to have LED lights in the wall. It will look nice. And this, my friend, he was recording for social media because he was selling a course, and he was recording like I right now, and he wanted to have this nice LED lights at the wall. But then they made a mistake because they made one hole on the wrong spot, and it was just an ugly hole and electricity inside. And then we thought what we can do to cover this, and he was like running his own brand, and we thought, okay, why not to make logo? I had a 3D printer, and I thought, okay, I can try to make one. And we saw that it's electricity inside, and then we thought, okay, why not to put LED lights inside? Then I tried to make something, and logo 3D printed. I put LED lights inside, backglow effect, and at the end it was so nice that we all stared into this LED sign, and then I thought, okay, maybe some other people would need this, who would need this, probably companies. And then I reached out to all those companies that were my sponsors for the electric catamaran. And then one company said, yes, we need LED sign. And I made one for them. The company's name was Roto. They are a very popular local company. I earned 900 euros for my first LED sign. With this, it was a very good price, a very good margin. I made this sign for $100. I made this sign, and with the profit, I bought new printer, new equipment. I renovated my workshop, and I started doing marketing, email marketing, and also I went on a lot of meetings, business meetings, and like try to get in touch with CEOs. And this is how I got then more orders. And right now, last time I did marketing for LED signs was probably more than a year ago, because I just received orders from mouth to mouth, or how it's called. And yeah, I get orders enough by itself. So this is why I'm happy, but I'm not secure because I'm not consistent, you know. Some month I get too many orders, then I struggle to get an order, and then I have too much again. And this is what I try to solve right now.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sounds. I mean, that's a good problem. I think it sounds like you definitely have demand. It's just getting consistent demand that you can pay some people to like handle all the tasks.
Yeah. So I have some more questions here. Your workshop, okay? In order to make such amount of products that you're making, how much products are you making, by the way, right now? 3D printed products per month, let's say.
Oh, per month? I don't know. Probably close to 1,000.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah. Yeah. We make a few hundred a week, so it just depends. Yeah, it depends on the week, depends on the month. I think as holiday season gets here, it's gonna be crazy. We're already planning for that, but typically it's like a 50% increase or so in sales. Especially for gift stuff or fun stuff like 3D printing stuff. So yeah.
And how much 3D printers you have that you can do such amount?
Yeah, so we have like 58 right now. Yeah, 53 are Bamboo Lab. So those are the only ones that we use for Printy. The other ones are like for our other business, or for our Etsy, basically for the trays and cup holders and stuff we made. And then yeah, I'm partnered with Perusa a little bit. They sent me a Core One that we're like testing out right now. So that's yeah, the only other printer. But yeah, we're definitely Bamboo Lab fanboys, and
Very good. Yeah.
yeah, a
Very
lot
good.
high quality, multicolor, and they're like trustworthy workhorses.
Do you also have those new H2Ds?
Not yet, no. We haven't had like a good business reason to get one as bad as I've wanted one.
Mhm.
Because they definitely save some money when you have two colors. And they even save a little bit of money when you have multiple colors. But it's
Exactly.
still only two nozzles, and you still, if you have more than two colors, you're still gonna like be extrude. You're still gonna be pooping. So I just haven't had a good use of that, and then I haven't had anybody that's like required a large build plate, or a
Mhm.
larger build plate. Uh, One thing we are looking forward to though is the H2C, which is supposed to be multi
Yeah.
heads. So if they have multiple heads, we'll see how far that goes out, but that could be a game changer for sure. So we have lots of people that do multicolor prints, and that would
Mhm.
save them tons of money, save us tons of money, and increase our capacity.
I'm also looking to buy one. Um, if you can share what is your most successful product right now or in the past that you are making or that you're making for your client.
Yeah. So let's see. Right now, it kind of ebbs and flows. Like customers are always like competing with each other. But right now, a big one that's selling is a custom mahjong set by Shop Spools. So I can even show you.
What's this?
It's a custom mahjong set. So it's right here.
Okay.
Uh,
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
So it's just a floating mahjong set. This is one where we do like everything that you see here are products that we've printed
Yeah.
for him. So he does custom packaging here, like you can see. So he's got like a premium bag. He's got his own box. Um, he's got very, very high quality prints. Like these are not cheap. Like everybody thinks that 3D printed stuff has to be cheap or whatever. He sells these for $275 each. So he does a great job. He just released his travel chess set. Very similar, he optimizes everything to be like floating, because a lot of these mahjong people they like to play in their pools, they like to play in lakes, in the ocean, they like to take it boating. So that's what these products allow him to do.
Cool. I figure out that a lot of times easy products that are easy to make or can bring a lot of money. Not complex, because a lot of people and also a lot of our members in the printing world think that they must invent like a rocket science or make a complex product in order to earn good amount of money. But then on the other hand, you see someone who's making keychains or things like this and they're doing well. So just change the mindset, right? Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, making something that just really, I mean, you can make something very, very simple, that sells well. It's just like finding the right niche, knowing how to market it right, and I've there's one guy we work with quite a bit. He just sells like Magic the Gathering card deck or deck boxes. That's all he sells. It's super simple. It's 3D printed, and people pay a lot of money for these things. But I mean, as far as like designing a deck box, like it's not real difficult. He just does a really good job marketing.
Exactly. Exactly.
And yeah, and you can really like the Shop Spools mahjong sets. You can really like lean into the benefits of 3D printing. Like naturally, when you 3D print, it's not a fully solid piece. You have infill in a mahjong piece. which you could look at that as like a negative thing, or you can use that in your marketing, like that exactly how he does. His all of his Mahjong sets, they float not because he even meant to design them that way, but because he 3D prints them. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes you don't discover, sometimes you don't discover the power of, your own design until people start using it. Like, he wasn't marketing it as floating. He just happened to have a marketing ad where he had him buy a pool floating or something, and then everybody went wild that
They float,
he
because they
that they
usually
float.
they usually don't float, right? I haven't
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
one.
they usually don't float, and so people, especially people that buy like custom sets, and then they take them boating, like they'll spend $700 on a custom set, and then you take it boating and you drop one piece. Yeah, you're gonna have a bad time now. Now you just dropped a piece of your $700 set. How are you gonna get that back? You gonna buy a whole new set? Are you gonna it's a pain in the butt. And 3D printing allows you to also replace pieces when people lose them. People can buy replacement pieces anytime they want, and it's just there. It's easy to make.
Very, very cool. Very nice. Very good idea. I like it. And you have grown your business a lot. You're doing well. But one interesting question. What was your biggest problem to scale, or like in general?
That's a good question. Um, yeah, biggest problem. So the biggest challenge to scale. Um, Marketing is hard, you know, um, especially in a place where over the years people have been burned a lot, with print on demand services. We were designers, so like we know the importance of having a high quality part that doesn't have like blemishes on it or bleeding, or has the seam in the right place, like stuff like that. Like we understand that problem. So like that's a big thing for all the things that we're printing. I'm not afraid to just like throw something away. But communicating that to somebody who's already talked to a print on demand maybe at some point, and they tried it and they got shipped like a hunk of junk, it's kind of hard to convince somebody that you can handle it. Also, somebody that has their own print farm, they're the kind of business that we want to work with, but they're already set up. They already have their own print farm. So like, how do you talk to the people that you want to talk to and show them like, no, I'm a genuine person and I genuinely will give you a high quality product. And how do you get that chance with them? So that's been a challenging thing. There's definitely like a lot of interest. I keep track of everybody that I talk to, and I've talked to thousands of people. And I have a couple hundred that I keep on my own like follow-up list of just like who expressed interest. And I'm just waiting for that opportunity to show them like, hey, I have I don't even know, a couple hundred customers on my website, and they all trust us because we do a high quality job. But I don't always get to say that to people. So just being able to get in front of people and show them that we do this and we do this well is difficult to do.
I understand. Yeah, sure. I didn't thought about this problem before, but now. And we have a lot of members in the printing board from all over the world, and you're from the Florida, right? Uh, and let's say that someone from Europe or UK or even US want to cooperate with you because he can't handle the demand of their 3D printed products. What do you need from the people that you can start cooperating with them?
Yeah, it's a pretty quick process. You just go to printy.com, and then you create your account, add a design file, and then connect it to your shop, and that's it. And then your orders come through. You can choose from any of the filament that we keep on hand, which is a pretty extensive list. And then that's it. Like when your order comes in, we fulfill it. We do support we support STL and we support 3MF files. So like if you already have a Bamboo Lab printer and you have a 3MF file that you worked hard on, you upload that to our site and we'll print exactly what you're printing. So that's how you can work with us. You could also, if you have like questions or you want to talk to us before you mess with the site or anything, you can just message us at info@printy.com.
Okay, that's great because I'm sure that a lot of people will be interested to cooperate with you. So yeah, it's nice that they know how to start.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and also one question that I usually don't like if someone asks me, but like, what would you change if you would start again? If you would need to go from the beginning, what you would change?
Um, that's a good question. I would say actually, I would say just like knowing your numbers really well. Uh, there's a lot. It's really easy to waste your revenue. But revenue is like it's really hard to get, and it's really hard to like figure out what your true margin is. Um, so like maybe if you look at it like if I make $1,000 in revenue, I only make $300. So really, you only make 30 cents for every dollar that you make. So when you waste, $100, you're actually almost wasting like, a lot more, like $700. Like you're wasting a lot of money. That's bad math. I can't. My brain's dead. But you're wasting a lot more money than you think you're wasting. So like keeping track of it within a business is really important. Um, yeah, so that's what I would want to tell myself because early on, especially with it being as busy as it was, I definitely I didn't waste a ton. I tried to stay pretty slim, but I didn't know my numbers well. I didn't know my margin, and I ended up wasting money on like things that I wanted to explore more than things that were actually like making the business money.
I do agree with you. I do agree with you. Yeah. And also, what about your focus? How you stay productive? You have special methods or just business is calling you?
uh, yeah, that's a great question.
You have troubles with that? I think no.
I think we all have trouble with that, like I think everybody has a tendency, including myself, to think that everyone else is working hard all the time. Like if you don't hear from them, they're working hard on something. But in reality, like everybody's not. Like we're tired, like we just worked all day. We worked a 8-9 hour day, whatever it looks like, and um, you're tired and you're hitting a wall, and I have my wife and I have my 3 kids too, so like there's that. When I get home, like right after this, I gotta go, teach my son some math. So yeah, so the answer is like I don't know. Do I stay productive? I think I do to some like as much as a human can, and I think yeah, I think everybody tries to. Yeah, but I guess if you want to be the most productive, I guess just calculating your time too. Like your energy costs you as well. Like look at it like it's your revenue. Like you only have so much energy in a day. So what are you going to spend it on? Are you going to spend it on making, like you said, like something like a scientist is going to make in a day? For what's the return on that? Like you're going to spend how long making that product? Um, so yeah, I know that's a long-winded answer, but I would say I'm as productive as I can be. I hit walls like everyone else, and I'm sure you do too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I agree with you because like the productivity and focus, this is something that I'm working on a lot right now because there are so many things that can distract us, especially this social media. I have trouble with this because I am also influencer. I'm posting content, and then when I go to check my videos how they perform, I just get distracted by other videos, and then half an hour
Yeah.
it's like this. and I'm trying to stay focused, and I try to look everything I do. I try to look if this bring me closer to the success, closer to the thing I want to achieve. And I started notice that I was doing a lot of things that did not bring me to the to the thing that I want to achieve. So I am getting better at this also. And at the beginning, when you start business, I think it's a lot harder to have focus than when you have a consistent business, because when you have a consistent business, when you have orders, when you have your clients waiting for you, then the business is calling you, and then it's hard not to be productive because you have too much business. But at the beginning, when you start, like a lot of our members in the printing world, they are just starting, then it can be difficult to have like a focus, because you have a lot of work to do, but you don't have orders, but you must get through this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Um, I I had a friend tell me the other day, to just like look at everything like it's an engineering problem, and I believe that like really well. Like, and I've seen people do it. I've seen my customers do it. That's one thing that I, have the privilege of having like insight into. I get to see all of my customers that are growing their business, and one example would be like engineering your ads. If you're running ads for your product, uh, well, you got to know like how much you're spending on ads. You got to know like what are the returns on those ads, and why are you getting those returns? Whether they're bad or good, whatever. Um, those are like really important points to understand. And then if you're only focused on that and you're not focused on views or likes or whatever, like then you're able to like engineer the problem and solve it. Um, yeah, so focus is hard, but it helps to have like an engineering mindset about everything that you do.
That's true, yeah. I saw that you are also posting videos on Instagram, probably also on other platforms, and you have amazing videos, you have good content. And how are you doing marketing? Just with social media, or you also have some other ways for the printing?
Um, yeah, I mean, social media is important to a point. It's kind of like
I found you through social media, for example, or you found me.
I think I found you.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so my entire marketing strategy is contacting people on social media. I it's been the most reliable and the most cheap way to market. I find people and I message them, and that's it. It Yeah, I mean the videos that you have on social media, I think they're important to a point. They're more of like a long-term play though. It's just so people kind of can know who you are when you message them. They can go to your profile and see like, okay, this guy posts about 3D printing, his business, how it works and stuff like that. And then it's easy to have like a professional outlook on yourself. Uh, then there's the algorithm plays, there's going viral, there's all those things too, but the ROI on those it's hard to get that. Uh, you can engineer it. I've seen people do it. I met a in what's he called? Dang it, an engineer. He basically he worked at NASA. He worked with the military and stuff, and that's he's it's Michael Pick. I found him like just by messaging as well. And he actually like engineered a lot of his videos basically to be able to go viral, and he just did it by the analytics, which is amazing. I don't have the patience or the mind, I think, to do the same thing, but sorry, I'm rambling. What did you ask?
It's okay. About the marketing, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So marketing, yeah, that's what I do. That's my opinion of it, and that's how I recommend doing it. Just engineer your marketing. Look at it like an engineering problem, and not like it's going to give you approval or anything that you need. Um, yeah, I mean the biggest thing I think growing your business is having a good foundation, a good grounding of like what you believe, and a good reason for why you're doing it that keeps you going. Um, yeah.
Right now, I'm also doing the marketing just on the social media, organic. And it's funny that I am posting most of the content about how I make LED signs. And I didn't get zero orders for LED signs, but what I saw that people are more interested in how to make them and how to make 3D printed parts and how to make money with 3D printing. And this is why then we started a community, you know. So through my social media, I bring people to our community and not actually sell the products, because I show a lot of behind the scenes of making LED signs, right? I do not sell them directly on the social media, but I have a lot of friends who are just selling and promoting the 3D printed products on social media and have Shopify store, let's say, linked to the Instagram, and they are making good money with the social media. Amazing. And I'm small right now, 8,500 followers, and I started seeing, and it's funny because at the beginning I was reaching out to everybody, and the social media manager, his name is Tim, he's editing all the videos, he's doing amazing job. I could never do this by myself. I have a team behind this for the social media, and now people are starting coming to me, people are coming to me. And yesterday I spoke with one guy who has a company, multi-million dollar company, and they have a lot of different machines and they want to start with 3D printing. And suddenly I appear with speaking with the final boss of multi-million dollar company, asking me how to work with 3D printers and how to fix one problem on Ming, the 3D printer. And I have a lot of calls like this, and I'm small. What if I had like 1,000 followers or something like this? I can't imagine, this is amazing what social media is doing. Do you also have a team behind your social media?
No, just me behind social media. I no, actually, I take that back. So I'll send out the initial messages to people, and then if they're interested and they want to like schedule a meeting to talk more about what I've told them about or what I've said, then I do have somebody that manages that and gets the meeting scheduled for me. But that's it. I mean, I manage the profiles. I make the videos. Wait, no, I make the videos with a friend of mine. Okay. Yeah, you kind of threw me off with that question. I wasn't prepared to answer that, I guess. So I have a buddy, I have a buddy of mine that actually has done all the videos. So I don't even know why I said I do the videos. He's done all the videos for me. He's been a buddy of mine for over a decade. His name is Life with Odd Life Studios. And he's a phenomenal videographer and editor. He's really a what does he call himself? A director and something, a DPO or something like that. There's some fancy name in like the videography like industry. Yeah. But yeah, he's done all my editing for me, and then we've just kind of had a good time, just like making fun videos together.
You have some really funny videos I saw. They're good. They're good. Yeah, this is nice.
We had a really good time. Yeah.
Okay, I'm so happy that we covered all those topics that I wanted to speak with you, and that we could finally meet. And it was really my pleasure to talk with you. And I'm also very, very happy that you're also a member of the printing court of our private community. And yeah, guys, if you will need someone for the print on demand, now you have all the information. Feel free to reach out to him. He's a nice guy. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thanks so much. It was really fun to talk. I'm glad we got to like go through all that. I know you and I haven't had a chance to kind of just talk shop, since we met. I know we talked a little bit about, a few products that you want to use, and a little bit about your school and everything, and it's all really cool. I'm excited, and I hope you guys can really grow your business, and yeah, we'll see where this goes.
The revolution for making money with 3D printing is here. Printing World is a cutting-edge platform, an educational platform designed to make you as rich as possible as fast as possible using your 3D printer. Over 50 engineers and 3D printer owners have already made the leap. Inside, you gain access to already successful 3D business owners that keep you accountable, step-by-step strategies, the courses that take you all the way through so you can know exactly what to do to make money next with your 3D printer. Imagine waking up every day knowing that we have a roadmap to success. Daily chat to stay on course with new 3D printing projects, daily lessons made specific to the roadblocks you're experiencing every single day with your 3D printer and its business. An unmatched community of like-minded individuals that will always push you to the next level with your 3D brand. This isn't just learning, it's transformation. You'll have access to the community of people who have already succeeded with their 3D businesses. For less than a cost of a video game, you can change everything. That's all it takes to start the journey to the life you've always wanted. Join the printing world now and start making money through 3D printing today.